Hey guys, Mark Lassagne, Bass Angler Magazine. I'm going to share with you some tips on a way that I really love to fish and should help you catch a few more fish. Okay, it's called shaky head fishing. First I'm going to show you what the equipment I'm using, and then I'll show you a little bit about the technique. And it's really simple, so pretty much anybody can do it. So the shaky head, now they come in all shapes and sizes. If I'm throwing it on a bait caster, I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce or bigger, 1/4 ounce to up to maybe 1/2 ounce. Gets deeper, bigger than 1/2 ounce or deeper, I'm gonna start using like a football head jig. So this is a Gamakatsu shaky head. You have see it has a little Z bend in there, and there's all kinds. There's ball heads and some arrowhead kinds, and they have a little collar that hooks them, and they all kind of do the same thing, but you can use a few different baits on them. But we're just going to talk about this one for right now. I'm going to show you how to rig this thing up. So I put the worm in. I'm going to go straight in about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. I'll slide it up, and then I'll get it right on that little Z bend here. And then I turn it around, and if you can see the hook, and I'm going to hang it. I want it to hang straight. So then I'll lift it up, and I'll put the worm on there. So using it, you want it to hang straight, because if it doesn't hang straight, it's not going to go through the water right. Okay, past the shaky head. I'm throwing between 8 and 12 pound line. Kind of depends on the cover I'm in. If it's real rocky and snaggy, I'll throw a 12 pound. If it's open water or real clear water, I may throw like 8 pound line. Okay, the rod I'm using, it's a Okuma Helios SX. This is a 7.3 medium heavy. So you want to throw a 7 foot to 7.3. This is really a great length to throw. Especially if you're fishing out in the open, you can 7.3, you can get a little bit longer cast than you might on a 7 foot. So it has a nice light tip, super light rod, light tip, and works. It has a good backbone for setting hook on these fish. Okay, the reel, using a Helios SX 7.3 to 1. So if you listen to any of my other tips, 7.3 to 1 is my favorite reel. Okay, a little bit about how to fish it. Now there's different ways to fish it. So usually what I'm doing is I'm dragging this thing. I'm working it or dragging it. So I'm gonna throw it out, up. A lot of times you'll be throwing it up on a point. Throw it up shallow, 2 different ways. Throw it up shallow, or you throw it out deep and work it forward. So, but the biggest thing is to get it down to the bottom, and you wanna make sure that you maintain contact with the bottom. And get it all the way down there. About 30 foot deep here, so it takes a minute to get down there. This is a 1/4 ounce shaky head. So once we get down to the bottom, all we're gonna do is give it a little shake. We're just gonna kind of shake it. Just gonna shake the slack in the line. You don't wanna shake it a lot, because when you're shaking it a lot, you're moving that bait. You keep moving that bait. And then I'll move it along. I'll either drag it a little bit with the boat, or I'll pull it along. So even guys up on the bank can fish it. You can just throw it out and kind of work it back either way. So I'm just moving along, shaking it, just giving it a little shake, And then when you feel a bite, they'll usually hang on to a shaky head a little bit longer than they will a jig. When you feel that little bite, you can slowly reel down, and then set the hook pretty hard, and then reel the fish in. Now that's some tips on fishing a shaky head. Hope that helps you catch a few more fish. You want to find out more, go to OkumaFishingUSA.com.